On many of its 37 islands, Lake Tana in northern Ethiopia is well known for its ancient churches and monasteries. Tropical vegetation covers the volcanic cone that protrudes like an island from the largest inland lake of the Ethiopian Highlands. Dega Stefanos lies in the middle of the lake and contains one of the country's most important monasteries. On the summit, framed by walls and hidden under great trees, stands the monastery of Holy Stefanos. In a small treasury, various mummies are preserved in glazed wooden coffins. Here the remains of 5 emperors of various dynasties lie at rest. Over the years, various crowns, valuable books and precious crosses were collected here, protected by royal guards. Remarkable sacred treasures and masterpieces of Ethiopian art. Today, a smaller number of monks live here. Dek is the largest island and can be seen in the distance. Two water towers and a bell tower of typical Gondar design protect the Narga Selassie church. Empress Mentewab, the Gondar who conducted official business during the reign of her son Iyasu II, authorized the construction of this complex in 1746. 24 stone-like pillars that support a large roof adorn the outer ring of a path that leads around the church. The magnificent murals in the interior of the rotunda are among the most beautiful and best preserved of those that are of second Gondar design. The circular church was developed from typical Ethiopian round huts and was used to securely store the holy boards. There is no altar, just a shrine, the makdas, that is surrounded by painted walls, the motifs of which were often depicted as what could be called comic strips. Bible stories were told, and archangels with raised swords were drawn next to Mary and St. George, seated on a horse. The Trinity watches over numerous saints and is surrounded by scenes from the stories of salvation and from purgatory to the journey to heaven. People celebrate outside the church. By boat we travel to the south of Lake Tana, to the Zeghie Peninsula, a romantic natural landscape. A splendid place where politicians met. A narrow path leads through coffee and gesho bushes to a hill within the monastery area, at the center of which is the impressive monastery fort. The entrances and walls give the impression that the monastery was a place of refuge in unsettled times. Here treasures were also protected, such as books and crosses. The monastery church of Uhra Kidane Mehret is also a circular building, with the walls of its external, covered thoroughfare adorned by contemporary wall paintings. The history of the hidden island monastery is long, and most notably includes the hostilities of the Oromo Tribe in the land of the Shoa. There, the emperor's fort was taken piece by piece from Shoa back to the islands of Lake Tana, and the monastery experienced a new prosperity and became a seat of government. Close by to the south is the small island of Kebran. A plaque by the entrance gate indicates that females are not permitted to enter the monastery. The route up to the monastery leads through a jungle and past the monks' circular huts. The small monastery is one of the oldest in Ethiopia. Here in 1350, Abba Yohannes of Shoa settled and was eventually buried here. The exterior of the church indicates the strict design of the country's early sacred buildings. The pictures appear meagre and faded, although beautiful lattices adorn the windows. Few of the original paintings on the walls, pillars, and wooden gates have managed to survive. One of the towers secured crowns, crosses, and books. Papyrus thickets surround the island monastery of Debra Mariam. Judging by the appearance of the small, inconspicuous church, it's difficult to believe that here once stood a famous monastery with 5 churches. This was once a part of the monastery under Emperor Amda-Sion, and Emperor Iyasu I decreed that a religious council should be held here. Various monastic orders were to be unified. The local people of Woyoto still use papyrus boats and live here as in the past when the first Christian missionaries founded the island monastery. This concludes our atmospheric journey into this fine region's religious past.